All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem Rakakwadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught us His truth and continually teach us His truth. And peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful elect that's laboring in His word and truth sincerity. Lord willing, this could be an edifying, exhorting lesson. And the title is going to be 3 examples of men that did not sell out. Okay, I have 3 examples, and there's more examples than that, but just 3 that came to mind because with the whole Kyrie Irving situation, clearly that guy, he's more focused on his career. He's more focused on what he got going on in this world, that he doesn't care about the truth. The Lord used him. It was a good thing, that the Lord used him to, gain more attention on the truth. But at the end of the day, that guy, he loves the world, man. He loves his money. He loves his comfortable life, and he don't want to lose it. So what did he do? He apologized. He bowed down. He submitted to his master. And Yahweh Shah said, no man can serve 2 masters. So he chose who his master is, Esau, Edom. This world, he's cool being a jester for Esau as long as he get money. All right. But see, the men of the Lord, there's examples of the men of the Lord being offered money and a comfortable life and turned it down. And my first example is going to be Moses. I'm gonna get what it says in Hebrews the 11th chapter. Start at verse. This whole chapter is a good read. All right, I'm gonna start at verse. What was it again? Here we go. Verse 24. By faith, Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter, because when you read the story with Moses, he wanted to go be with his people. He could have still been well off. He like I say right here, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter. You know what type of money and power he would have had at that position? Any of our people, man. These sellouts that you see today, the Jay-Z's, the Meek Mills, the P. Diddy's, all these niggas, man, if they was in Moses' shoes, they would have sold out. They wouldn't give a damn about their people, man. Moses had so much love for his people that he saw, a Egyptian being cruel to his brothers, and he slew the Egyptian. He put him to death. And what happened? You had our own people come up against him, man. Well, you gonna kill me too, like you did the Egyptian? But this verse 25, it says, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of the Most High than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season. So Moses had integrity. Okay? Moses didn't sell out. And ultimately, that's, I'll say one of the reasons why, the Lord was dealing with him, man, on this high level, because he had integrity, man. See, these celebrities that Jay idolized, they don't have integrity. They'll do anything for the money, man. They'll do anything to try and escape the curses, to be amongst Esau, to live amongst Esau, to be on yachts, to have nice cars, to, have private jets. That's the mind frame that a majority of our people is in, man. But let me read this again. It says, by faith, by faith, Moses, when he was come to years, refused to be called the son of Pharaoh's daughter, choosing rather to suffer affliction with the people of the Most High than to enjoy the pleasures of sin for a season. And see, this is just for a season, man. Because you jakes that sold out, you jakes that you don't want to repent, you want to try to save your life, you're going to lose it anyway. It's going to be taken from you. And this man, the scriptures say, never trust thine enemy. See, the fact that Kyrie Irving knows he's an Israelite, Esau can use him. But when Esau's done with him, you're still a threat to him because you know too much. And we're going to see, when Esau come with that great Ralph, man, he going to, a lot of these sellouts that's not fully bowed down, that, that's not going to push the charagma. If Esau get a sense that you feel like you want to speak out, you want to be the next Kanye, the next Kyrie, hey, they gonna start making examples, man. They're gonna start putting guys to death. And that's gonna further put fear in sellouts, man, and have them in line. See, the men of the Lord, it's already written, I had brought that out in my last video, how the elect love not their lives unto death. So it's nothing Esau can do to cause the elect to bow down, because the elect is already in the mind of hating their life. All right? 1 John 2:15, love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. See, the men of the Lord don't love this world, man. The men of the Lord just, get their daily bread, do what they got to do to make ends meet. But, we're waiting, we're patiently waiting on Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua to destroy this system and bring it down, man. We're waiting on Jacob's trouble, because Jacob's trouble, it's going to be a terrible time, but Lord willing, with the elect, we're going to be good. And it's going to be the beginning of Isaiah, I believe that's the 10th chapter, that we shall no more stay upon him that smote us. Because it ain't going to be no more working. Ain't going to be no more, paying bills, this, how we got to deal now. It's going to be, the Lord going to be with us, man. Our faith is going to be on a high level. Okay? But continuing on, it says, esteeming the reproach of the anointed greater riches than the treasures in Egypt, for he had respect unto the recompense of their reward. It says, by faith he forsook Egypt, not fearing the wrath of the king, for he endured as seeing him who is invisible. So Moses, once again, he didn't sell out. He had an opportunity to have a good life, but he said, to hell with that. And, once again, if Jay-Z, Diddy, any of these guys was in this position, they would have said, what? The son of Pharaoh's daughter? Shit, I'm gonna keep that position. They would have stayed in that life, man. They wouldn't have cared about their people. Just like today. These niggas, man, they don't give a damn about their own people. They only care about themselves. That's why the hell with them, man. Jay idolized them, but hey, the men of the Lord, man, the men of the Lord will put curses on these niggas. All right, but let me get my next example. And I went into this before, but this is powerful because the scriptures say there's no new thing under the sun. These events is gonna happen again. Which I'm getting ready to read is 2 Maccabees chapter 7 verse 20. But the mother was marvelous above all and worthy of honorable memory. And see, this is a woman that's found written in the book of life. She's of the elect, and she's here today, most likely. It says, for when she saw her 7 sons slain within the space of one day, She bare it with good courage because of the hope that she had in the Lord. She saw all her 7 sons die in one day. It says, yes, she exhorted every one of them in her own language, filled with courageous spirits and stirring up her womanish thoughts with a manly stomach. She said unto them, I cannot tell how ye came into my womb, for I neither gave you breath nor life, neither was it I that formed the members of every one of you, but doubtless the Creator of the world, who formed the generation of man and found out the beginning of all things, will also of his own mercy give you breath and life again, as ye now regard not your own selves for his law's sake. See, this was a woman, man. You know, see, right now, Esau has the wicked of our women, idolized. Cardi B, Beyonce, Meg Thee Stallion. But see, these are women that the daughters of Zion should look up to. All right? Just like we have men that we, hold in high esteem, that we look up to, that we give respect to, the different men we read about, okay, which are here today. The prophets, women, they have women of our nation that they should look up to, such as this woman, Judith, Susanna, many different examples. But reading on, it says, now Antiochus, thinking himself despised and suspecting it to be a reproachful speech, while the youngest was yet alive, did not only exhort him by words, but also assured him with oaths that he would make him both a rich and a happy man if he would turn from the laws of his fathers, and that also he would take him for his friend and trust him with affairs. So Antiochus was making a promise that he would give him a good life. You see this? He said, what he say? He said that he would make him both a rich and happy man, meaning, look, I'm gonna give you money, I'm gonna give you whatever you want, women, whatever, if he would turn from the laws of his father, if you would just forsake your laws. And I'm gonna make you my friend and trust you with affairs. So Antiochus was promising him and see, this is what Esau likes. He likes when Jake bows down and acknowledge him, and takes on his customs. That's why Esau don't mind having Shaq on TV and Charles Barkley and Magic Johnson, because they're good slaves, and Esau looks at them as good slaves, and we could use them to we could set them up as idols over their people to keep their people in good slaves to us, because ultimately that's what it's all about, to keep us all in a submissive mindset. But the elect, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem HaShah, broke that shit, man. And now, what do we have in our mind? We're looking forward to Yahweh Shah coming back and you becoming our slaves, man. And there's nothing you can offer us to change our heart. You can't give us money. You can't give us fame. You can't give us nothing in this world, because what do we want? What do the elect want? We want revenge. We want true reparations, which is us doing what you did to us times two. That's what the elect wants. The elect don't give a damn about $1 million, man. Having high followers on IG, and being exalted in this world, having these ran through skanks, chasing us. Now, man, we will get all that in righteousness in the kingdom. All right. But let's see, what happens. It says, but when the young man would in no case hearken unto him, he had integrity. Once again, had this been the P. Diddy, the Jay-Z's, the Kanye West, the Kyrie Irving, the LeBron James, had this been any of them niggas, man, because you got to remember, too, this was a time where a lot of our people was dying, You had, Mattathias, and his sons stand up for our heritage. But you had a majority of our people, man, that was running, making covenants with the heathen, selling out, didn't want to die. So they just, took on the Greek customs. And that's why you had during the time of Apostle Paul, which, he was known as the apostle to the Gentiles, because you had Israelites in a Hellenized mind, that were in a Gentile state of mind, in a Greek state of mind. And that's clear in the scriptures, man. So this was a very, very terrible time for our nation, man. Yet he still had integrity. Because a lot of jakes would have been like, you know what? I ain't gotta die. Fuck it. That's what a lot of these sellouts would have did. But this young man, he's doing the same thing that he did during his time, standing up for righteousness and going to be more willing to die than to take the charagma. Because that's going to be the end all be all. Do you serve Esau or do you serve Yahweh B'Shem HaShah? That charagma is going to be the final decision maker. It says, but when the young man with no case hearkened unto him, the king called his mother and exhorted her that she would counsel the young man to save his life, which is a tactic that Esau always does. He used the woman to try and weaken us, to try and cause the men of our nation to be effeminate, and to bow down. It says, which this was a good woman, though. It says, when he had exhorted her with many words, she promised him that she would counsel her son. But she, bowing herself toward him, laughing the cruel tyrant to scorn, spake in her own country language on this matter. O my son, have pity upon me that bare thee 9 months of my womb, and gave thee such 3 years, and nourished thee, and brought thee up unto this age, and endured the troubles of education. I beseech thee, or I beg thee, my son, look upon the heaven and the earth, and all that is therein, and consider that the Most High, Yahweh B'Shem HaShah, made them of things that were not. And so was mankind made likewise. Fear not this tormentor, but being worthy of thy brethren, take thy death, that I may receive thee again in mercy with thy brethren. You see that great faith? Great faith, man. It says, while she was yet speaking these words, the young man said, Whom wait ye for? I will not obey the king's commandment, but I will obey the commandment of the law that was given unto our fathers by Moses. You see that? He had integrity, man. And his mother was a righteous woman that exhorted him with righteous good words, man. It says, and thou that hast been the author of all mischief against the Hebrews shall not escape the hands of the Most High. For we suffer because of our sins. And though the living Lord be angry with us a little while for our chastening and correction, yet shall he be at one again with his servants. So not only did he not bow down to Antiochus, but he rebuked him. He let him know what's up. He let him know, look, our power, he just mad at us right now, but he gonna forgive us, because of his promise. And when he does, he gonna get you. And the men of the Lord are saying the same thing today. Yahweh Shah has already sealed our victory. And once the Most High Yahweh sends him to free us, to liberate us, it's over for you heathens, man. It's over for you Edomites. And it's gonna happen. There's nothing you can do to stop it. It's already written. The prophets already seen it happen and wrote it down. You can't stop prophecy, man. And a good watch, years ago, around when I first came into the truth, I used to watch this TV show called The Originals. It's based upon Vampire Diaries in a way, but it's about the first vampires. And the reason I'm speaking on that is because it was a season where it was prophesied that they all would die. And it was crazy how it ended. Like, they tried every episode, they was trying to stop prophecy. They was doing spells and, just like what Esau does, witchcraft. They were doing all kind of shit to try and stop it, yet in the end it still happened. And the way it happened, it was a Jake that brought him down. And he was sitting on the throne. And that had me hyped, man. Which, the next season, they ruined it. Pretty much they had them come back into power and had him bow down to him, But that was a good example that hold on, Chico. Hold it. That was a good example that you can't stop prophecy. Because these Edomites, they're trying to do that today, man. They're trying to stop, Yahushua's coming. But yeah, this was an example, man, right here, of a man that was exhorted by his mother, had integrity. He was offered a chance to sell out, yet he denied it. So let me get my last example in Daniel, the 3rd chapter. Then I'm going to close it out. Once again, Lord willing, this is edifying. This Daniel chapter 3. And I'm going to jump around. Pretty much Nebuchadnezzar set up a golden image that he wanted everyone to bow down to. And he made a decree that everyone should worship it. And if nobody worshipped it, they were to be thrown in a burning fiery furnace. Now, this is verse 12. It says, there are certain Jews whom thou hast set over the affairs of the province of Babylon, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. These men, O king, have not regarded thee. They serve not thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up. So these were men that were put on a high position. You see that? They were set over the affairs of Babylon. They had a high position. But they wasn't like LeBron, Charles Barkley, Kyrie. They had this high position, yet when Nebuchadnezzar pressed them, this is verse 14, let me read verse 13. Then Nebuchadnezzar in his rage and fury commanded to bring Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. Then they brought these men before the king. So he was angry. It says, Nebuchadnezzar spake and said to them, is it true, O Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego? Do not ye serve my gods, nor worship the golden image which I have set up? It says, now if ye be ready, let me jump down. It says, verse 16, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego answered and said to the king, O Nebuchadnezzar, we are not careful to answer thee in this matter. If it be so, our power whom we serve is able to deliver us from the burning fiery furnace, and he will deliver us out of thy hand, O king. But if not, be it known unto thee, O king, that we will not serve thy gods, nor worship the golden image which thou hast set up. So they had a high position, and when they got pressed, they didn't fold. Even when they were grabbed up and, thrown in the furnace, they didn't, oh king, we're sorry, we'll worship your God, we'll do whatever. No, man. They was willing to die, being obedient to Yahweh while Yahweh Shah, man. They were willing to die. And they had a high position. So you sellouts, man, you should be a fucking ashamed of yourself, man. You should be a fucking ashamed of yourself. And that's why the scriptures say, many shall wait, some to, let me get that real quick. It's actually in the book of Daniel. Daniel chapter 12, verse 2, and many of them that sleep in the dust of the earth shall awake, some to everlasting life, and some to shame and everlasting contempt. And I was meditating on this yesterday. All Israel is going to receive a clean slate. The Most High said their sins and their iniquities will I remember no more. And I was thinking, even Judas, the men that came against the Lord, the men that were killing the prophets, even they're going to be forgiven. Because in the kingdom, we're not going to be, oh, that's Judas, stay away from him. Oh, fuck him. He going to be forgiven, He's going to be in his right mind. We're going to be the curse is going to be lifted. We're going to be brotherly. Now he's not going to be on a high position. He's not going to be, you know, of the 144,000 of the governing body, but he's still going to be a king. And we're not going to be, looking down on them. They're going to be forgiven, but they're, if they do know, Judas, it'll still be like, damn, like I betrayed the Lord, even though he gonna be forgiven. Just using it as an example, still gonna have that shame, especially because we're gonna be righteous. So having full knowledge of, damn, that was evil what I did. But yeah, it ain't in the kingdom. We ain't gonna be like, oh, that's King Saul. Fuck him. He can't be around us. If we see him, hey, shalom. Everything gonna be cool in the kingdom. But still, man, these jakes, man, to hell with them. And we see why the Lord said, it's all about the elect. It's not about all Israel right now. Because if we was waiting on all Israel, man, we would never get out of here. We might as well just fucking, if the Lord had it to where we had to wait till all Israel was to wake up, man, brothers might as well just goddamn go to Thailand or some shit. But yeah, this was 3 examples of men that had integrity, men that did not sell out. Lord willing, it was edifying. And with that, I'm going to say shalom.